Hey guys, today I would like to talk about ICP. We will talk about the project's CEO, who constantly attends various conferences and provides a lot of information for reflection. We will definitely talk about the AI part of the project, what is interesting there. We will also look at Layer 1 and analyze if there is anything interesting there. We will also review the results of the last month and what the project has achieved. And of course, we'll talk about the current situation with the price of the coin and whether there is potential for further growth. I promise you will find this video useful, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments.
Putting up with what? I can't talk to people!
First, let's take a look at the general state of the market, as we've recently witnessed some pretty horrific market manipulation. This Monday, more than $1 billion worth of futures positions were liquidated, which is just a crazy amount. It was really bad not only for cryptocurrencies, which at one point reached 48,000 for one Bitcoin, but also for the stock market. And most importantly, the American and Japanese stock markets were really affected. At the same time, the stock market was not without some very interesting and even unpleasant situations. For example, the dumping of Nvidia stock. The company's CEO dumped a record number of shares last month, totaling 323 million. And many believe that this was insider trading and the fact that Jensen Huang actually knew that the market would crash quite a bit, so he decided to make the sale in advance. Whether this is true or just a rumor that has nothing to do with the truth, we will find out in time. Meanwhile, while the CEO of the Tier 1 company was selling his own shares, the top funds did not sell a single Bitcoin. BlackRock's spot. Bitcoin ETFs saw no outflows despite a drawdown of almost 20%. In fact, this was the most unexpected news for me because investors in ETFs have finally started to realize that they shouldn't dump Bitcoin in a downturn, but rather buy it. By the way, let me know in the comments what you did during the downturn. Did you just wait, buy, or sell? While you're writing, I suggest we move on to the latest news, after which we'll finally start talking about the Internet Computer Protocol itself. If you look at the general sentiment in the market, you can see that we really started to grow when people expected 45,000 for one Bitcoin. Now the first cryptocurrency is worth 57,000, which to me personally looks like a common manipulation. After all, not so long ago, absolutely everyone was afraid of a strong decline in cryptocurrencies and expected a rise to 40,000. Then we saw a super strong growth of 57,000, the fear subsided, and the FOMO skyrocketed. So I personally believe that now, against the backdrop of FOMO, we will see significant buying of Bitcoin, followed by another correction, and then the overall market growth. I would like to clarify that my vision should not be taken as financial advice, as it is simply my assessment of the current situation. I am only relying on my experience and analysis, so do your own research and write what you think in the comments. And now, let's move on to ICP. I decided to highlight the information about the project's CEO as a separate block because he is very active in promoting the project and trying to convey to absolutely everyone that ICP is the future of the blockchain and the world in general. It seems to me that the marketing teams of other blockchains need to rethink their approach to promotion, following Dominic's example. But that's all a lyrical digression. Let's talk about specific statements made by the CEO.
I'll guarantee you that most of them are very confused and they have no idea of the difference between, a blockchain that's actually running AI models on the chain as smart contracts and some of these projects just making a whole load of noise about, being the blockchain for AI or the token for AI.
To be honest, it is very difficult to disagree with him. In fact, a large number of investors do not understand the difference between AI crypto projects that really develop on the blockchain thanks to smart contracts, and projects that simply add AI or vice versa to their platforms to attract as many new investors as possible. Of course, I do not believe that absolutely all AI crypto projects are like this, but most of them are. By the way, it will also be very interesting to show you how Dominic describes the Internet Computer Protocol in 40 seconds.
Hello everyone, this is an undoubtedly tough challenge, so I'll kick things off with the first pitch. Today, nearly all online experiences live on centralized tech, typically run by big tech, and blockchains only host tokens and DeFi calculations. But a tremendously important change is occurring. Blockchain is becoming an alternative to centralized tech. The internet computer is hosting online experiences at scale too, where they become immune to cyber attacks, where we can decentralize control of public services, where we can seamlessly tokenize if we want, where developers are becoming far more productive than they were before. Blockchain is our future everything stack. Thanks for listening.
In my opinion, this is as accurate as it gets, and while people may disagree with that and think those words are empty, I suggest you take a look at this post. A major corporation paid more than $75 million just to stop a hacking attack. I think that is not enough, that companies should not pay hackers. They should build ecosystems, build on the blockchain in a way that they simply do not have security vulnerabilities. Dominic has the same opinion, especially in the context of their new product Utopia, which was actually created to implement security through blockchain. In general, I would like to point out that the CEO of ICP is not afraid to say what he really thinks. He is not afraid to demonstrate the power of his blockchain by calling attention to outdated security methods and fake AI projects. I think it's a great indicator when a CEO is so open about what he thinks in order to promote his own project. I would like to start with what happened last month. Let's begin with the fact that the Internet Computer Protocol is very actively moving towards blockchain interoperability, which they are doing quite well.
ICP already integrated with Bitcoin and Ethereum and acts as a layer 2 for the Bitcoin network. Multi-chain DeFi is booming on ICP with an ever-growing list of CK tokens, and most recently CKUSDC and CKUSDT have been added into the mix. Keep in mind that those are not bridged versions of the assets, they are twins existing on ICP.
ICP is also beginning to actively expand the geographic reach of its brand. For example, the token is now available for purchase on the largest stock exchange in Indonesia. We also learned some interesting information from Electric Capital.
Electric Capital reveals that nearly 9,000 open-sourced ICP repos are programming in different coding languages. Electric Capital is an early-stage venture firm focused on cryptocurrencies, blockchain, fintech, and marketplaces.
In fact, I can just keep adding some interesting facts and fragments here. It should be understood that the Internet Computer Protocol team is really developing the product in as many different areas as possible, from AI on the blockchain to cloud storage, and a separate project aimed at securing the internet, countries, and large corporations. I think we will see a lot of news about Internet Computer Protocol AI in the near future, as huge amounts of money will be allocated to it. They have already reached great heights and improved the existing product, but it will only get better and more interesting. By the way, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I will be constantly talking about the latest news in the AI world and news about ICP, so you will definitely not miss any interesting and useful information. I suggest not going into theory now, but talking about the current price of ICP. Overall, I believe that $7 or even $8 is small price for such a great blockchain, AI, and technology in general. Let me remind you that I am very bullish and believe that we will see at least $180, $200 for one ICP. However, I still think that the market is oversold right now. I think that the market makers still have to unload those who bought at $57,000, $60,000 before the market goes higher. So it seems to me that we will see another rise to $50,000 or even $45,000 for BTC with further growth to new all-time highs. And with that, of course, there will be a more comfortable entry point into ICP. And I want to remind you that this video is by no means financial advice. This is just my vision and thoughts on the market, so you should always do your own research before investing and invest wisely. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the growth of coins. Thanks for watching. Your Coin Post.